All right, on tonight's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our generative AI course and we're still working on our medical chatbot. Let's have a look at what we went over tonight. And we're still having the same issues that we were having last night with the pine cone. So what I did was I decided to comment them out to bypass them and see how everything else was running. So let me show you that really quickly. So you can see here we just commented out the doc search pine cone store, the doc search here, the docs equals doc search, any print result docs. We ran the query to make sure that was holding. That held up pretty fine. No, not pretty fine. It held up good because it went through. We ran the problem template that held. It went through. Then we ran well, this was the prompt. Then we ran the prompt template, as you can see, that went through as well. And then we actually downloaded our model here. As you can see, this is the actual model that we're going to be using to actually get our answers from, to make our queries to and get our answers from. The Llama 27B chat GG ML3.Q40.Ben. So yeah, so we successfully downloaded the model, but as you can see, it's still throwing an error because it's this configure here. Now, the reason that it's throwing the error is because we had to actually modify this code because the code that we got from the instructor wasn't working. So let me show you the original code here. Let me find it. So this is what the original code looked like when we were taking the course. As you can see, this is it here. LLM equals C transformate. Oh, C transformations. LLM equals C transformers. And you can see this is the original code we had. So we had to actually modify that to this. LLM equals auto model for casual LLM dot from pre-train. And this is the only way we were able to get it to actually download our model. So the downloading went success. The downloading went successfully. It's just that we ran into an issue with this configuration here. Let me show you what the error is saying. If I can find my scroll bar. So it's saying it's an attribute error. The dict object has no attribute config. So we have to find a way to actually set our parameters or configure our parameters. We're using this config here, or actually maybe something else. I'm not sure, but I was just happy that the actual model did download. As you can see, it is downloaded, so we are able to download the model, so that's not an issue. And the last two things we still had to do with the see the doc search here, and the was there a doc search here? I didn't try to run this one. Okay, so this one is working also. So you can see this is the improv. This is where we actually enter our query or enter our questions. So this is working fine also. So only issues that we're having is with the pine cone still in that configuration. Other than that, everything else is working just the way it should. So as soon as we figure out what's going on with the pine cone and we figure out how to get this config going so we can get our parameters for our model, we're up and running. Because like I said, everything else ran through, everything else went through, and everything else is working the way it should. See, everything is good. Even our prompt is working here. Bam, everything is working the way it should. So yeah, so we just have to figure out what's going on with the pine cone. Like I did, I spent a bunch of hours on it already. I still haven't figured out what's going on with that. Now we have a new issue on top of that with the configuration. But yeah, we're gonna work on the pine cone first and see exactly how we can get that installed. And from there, we'll start working on the configuration. But of course, I will keep you posted every step of the way. For now, this is the Python Poppy. You guys stay Gucci.